The sun is out. It's a beautiful day, a little warm, but it is another beautiful day for some Disneyland resort. Check out this line. That's for DCA. There's no one here for Disneyland. It is all for Avengers Campus. So we're gonna get in. Luckily, we don't have to wait in these lines. The best part about today isn't just the fact that we are inside of Disneyland once again. It's the fact we have no real goal. We don't have to do anything in particular. We don't have to get boarding passes. We don't have to ride anything, like I said, in particular. Don't need to eat. We can just enjoy, relax, and have fun. Don't feel pressured to do anything. It's been a while since we've done that. You know, our first trip once it reopened was to ride Rise. Last week was to ride Web Slingers and see Avengers Campus. Not today. Disneyland only day. Most likely. Can't say, 100% because you never know. Let's just have some fun. Enjoy Disneyland. Like I said, it is a beautiful day today. So a while back we made a video about what we like to do first, or what really anybody should do first when they enter into Disneyland. There's a bunch of different things you can do. You can go left into Adventureland, hit Indy, Jungle Cruise when that's open. You hit all those rides with very little wait. A lot of people go right, they stand in line for Space Mountain. There are different plans, different things to do. But one that we always found fun, getting the most of your value in the morning, is hitting Fantasyland. Now, I'm curious to see if things have changed with COVID. A lot of times you can go in, you could ride, pre-COVID, you could get in, you could ride Snow White, Pinocchio, Mr. Toad, Dumbo, Carousel, Alice, and It's a Small World within the first hour of the park opening. Don't know if that's the case today. We're gonna try and find out. We at least want to get Peter out of the way. We rode Snow White last week, so Peter out of the way would be good. Might hit Pinocchio, might hit Toad, Dumbo, and It's a Small World. So we're gonna see, we're gonna put it to the test. Let's see how COVID-like conditions, at least for the next couple days, see if it affects how Fantasyland works, basically at rope drop. All right, I know we said we were gonna ride Peter Pan, but no line for Snow White. We can't possibly pass that up. It's a walk-on. Maybe we'll hit Peter after Snow White, but the new ride, no. With no line, gotta ride it. Snow White, we are now in line for Peter Pan. It's 8:44. We got in line about 8:42. See how long it takes. The sign says 30 minutes. There's no shot. It's 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoy. Probably hop on, get some of Peter Pan. Try to film some of it. Might hit Toad. I don't know. So we might just kind of loop together some rides. So if I don't see you, might be a couple rides. But enjoy Peter and whatever else we might ride. Because like I said, Fantasyland right now isn't too bad. Everything moves. And it is a little bit warmer. Fantasyland gets really hot in the afternoon. So something to keep in mind. Hit Fantasyland early. Unless you plan on being here all day. That's your stuff. So enjoy Peter. I've rambled enough. See you in a little bit.
See for yourself. Oh, Mr. Rabbit, wait, please.
He went this way. No, that way. And it's a really important date. I'd like to say hello, goodbye, then later.
Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed the little bit of Peter Pan. Peter Pan is very hard to film. Mr. Toad's and Alice in Wonderland. So we're about to head on to Dumbo. I just wanted to give a little time update. We've ridden Snow White, Peter Pan, Mr. Toad, Alice, and soon to be Dumbo. And it is almost 9:10. Actually, it probably is 9:10 by now. So about 40 minutes we've ridden all that. So I would still say, at least so far, the morning is the best time to do Fantasyland. You can knock them all out. You can't do this later in the day. Pre-COVID, during COVID, whatever it might be. You can't ride this many rides this fast. And like I said, it is pandemic now. Pandemic, my bad. 9:10 though, and we've ridden 5 rides, almost 5 rides. Not bad. Let's see, we're gonna try to ride this. We're gonna try to ride Pinocchio and accomplish all of Fantasyland. While we ride Dumbo here, I thought I would take a quick second to remind everybody, if the park's open at 9 o'clock, you could probably get in before then. They've been opening up early because they don't want the lines inside of the Esplanade to grow ridiculously long like they were this morning with DCA. You saw those lines, how long they were. They don't want that for both DCA and Disneyland. So keep in mind, get here early. The parking lot opens at the parking garage opens at 7:30. They actually open up to get in at 7:45. So get here early, and you'll be able to get into the parks. Like I said, we're about 9:15 now. Look at all the stuff we've already done. When technically the park opens at 9. Keep that in mind. Get here early. You will get an extra half hour, 45 minutes, if not more, inside the park. As you can see, it is a little more crowded now. We just got off of Pinocchio, so that makes Snow White, Peter Pan, Mr. Toad, Alice, Dumbo, and Pinocchio under an hour. We're gonna go try to hit It's a Small World. If we hit that in the next 5 minutes, that'll be 7 Fantasyland attractions in an hour. We used to do that all the time before the pandemic and everything. It's nice to see that you can still accomplish that. So keep that in mind. If you want to try to accomplish a whole bunch of rides as fast as you can, Fantasyland first. Yeah, I'll take 7 rides in an hour. And I did just want to state, I didn't film Pinocchio because it needs some love before I film it again. Found out last week, trying to film Pinocchio is ridiculously hard. Needs new paint, it needs some love. Should we see if we can get the song stuck in our heads this early? Because it is a little early. Alright, I'm not that mean. I don't want it stuck in everybody's head.
Please remain
so now that we've done this, we can say that we've accomplished 7 attractions in a little over an hour. So we're going to head off toward Frontierland, toward New Orleans Square. I was able to book a Indiana Jones boarding group or boarding pass. Remember, they're not always doing them. They're only doing them sometimes when it gets busy. So basically in the morning, first hour, they're not doing them. 9, like I said, it's hard to predict, but 9:30, 9:45, you're good to go to get a boarding pass for Indiana Jones. We're gonna head over there, check out some of the lines, maybe get something quick to eat. I am getting a little hungry. So let's check out some of these crowds. since we were back here on Fantasyland Trail, it made me think, because it's so empty, what's a spot that you guys like to go in the park inside of Disneyland to kind of get away from the crowds when it is crowded? I know there's times of year where it's not very crowded, but where's a spot that you like to go to kind of get away from the hustle and bustle of the rest of the park? Back here has slowly become that during the COVID situation, because everyone's in lines for things, and especially no one walks through here. You either go through one of the entrances to go to Star Wars, you don't really pass through. So what is a spot? Where do you like to go? An area to escape everybody. Well, that is the first time I've ever seen Miguel from Coco inside of the parks. That was really neat. So we're gonna get in line for Haunted Mansion, see how long we'll wait. Right now it's pick a line, pick any line. So while we wait for our mobile order to be ready, what is your favorite scene inside of the Haunted Mansion? Is it the candelabra scene at the beginning? Is it the let me out guy? Is it Madame Leota's floating crystal ball? Is it the dining, dancing area? Is it the attic scene with the bride? Is it Grim Grinning Ghost? Is it the main graveyard area? Or is it my personal favorite, the Hatbox Ghost? Now, over the years, I've had a lot of different favorites inside of the Haunted Mansion. And it was only in 2015 for the 60th anniversary that I fell in love with the Hatbox Ghost. He was supposed to be in the original attraction, but it never worked out. They couldn't get the effect to work properly. So for the 60th anniversary, for the 24-hour event, they debuted the Hatbox Ghost. And we were lucky enough on my birthday to get stuck right in front of it. It cycled through over and over again. I was ecstatic. I was extremely happy. And that was back before we started this channel. We started doing all these videos. So I wish I had better evidence of it, because we don't have any evidence of it breaking down. We sat there for a good minute and a half at least in front of it. So that is now my favorite part of the Haunted Mansion. So what is yours? Like I said, I listed them all. I showed you them. Leave your comment down below as to what your favorite part, or what's your favorite scene of the Haunted Mansion. So we got our food from the French market. I just want to kind of show, they're in little containers just like this. Ashley's the same way. Ashley got the veggie jambalaya. You get a bag of chips with mine. I got the French dip. And they give you a bag to carry it in, so you don't have to worry about traveling distances, because they know it's going to be hard to sit in the actual dining, area of where you got. So like the French market is completely packed. We're sitting over here by where the gumbo is normally sold. So they give you a bag, the container, so that way you can transport without really worrying about spilling. Because we had that happen last time. They are super nice, but it is quite embarrassing when you do stumble, fall, trip, and spill half of your stuff. So it's good to know a lot of the places are doing this. So keep that in mind. If you're worried about traveling some distance, most of the places are doing bags and some kind of plastic container. So really quickly, we were wrapping up here with lunch. We were able to make a boarding group or boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance. So that's 2 weeks in a row we've been able to get a boarding group inside of the park. Last week for Web Slingers, this week for Rise of the Resistance. So it is possible. When we first did this, the very first time we came, we were very unsure if the 12 o'clock system was possible, because every time I tried it, there was no chance that we were getting one. But back-to-back weeks, 12 o'clock is hit. Like I said, Web Slingers last week, Rise of the Resistance this week, so I can't complain. It's going to be about 6 hours or so hopefully we are able to get on. It sounds like we should be able to. So we're excited, at least I'm excited. Ashley's not gonna partake this time around. She's not gonna walk through. Like I said, she can't ride it. She'd love to, but she can't do that. Even if it's a one-story drop, she can't do it because she could. She's electing not to, which is and I don't want her to. So that is the smarter idea. It's a smarter option. So anyways, like I said, we're looking forward to that, but it is possible for 12 o'clock. It's amazing the amount of people that all do this. I went to go get some sugar for our iced tea, and it was 11:55, and the amount of alarms that went off for 11:55. I mean, I had one set, a bunch of other people had it set. Everybody was getting ready minutes before 12 o'clock hit. So it is something like you have to prep for. You have to be ready for. You can't hop in at 12, open the app, and hope you get it. It's not going to work. Within seconds, everything is gone. So keep that in mind if you are looking to book a boarding group or join a boarding group at the 12 o'clock window. So like I said, we're finishing up. Then we are going to head. Where are we heading? We're gonna head toward Main Street, sit there, taking some views, taking some sights. Maybe, Ashley maybe mentioned getting some ice cream, who knows. It's a gorgeous day. It is absolutely packed today. It is extremely busy. So who knows what else we're gonna be able to do throughout today. But it's gonna be a take in, absorb. I mean, you know you are a Disney lover when you can come to the park and ride very few rides. I know we rode a lot this morning, but with the lines, the heat that's coming in now, it's gonna be a day where we sit, relax, enjoy, look at things we might not always look at, and just kind of feel back to normal. We've said today kind of feels like normal because we were able to ride 7 rides in 65 minutes, and that's something we used to do every time when we came. Every morning we could get that done. So it's nice to feel as close to normal as we've been in these last, I don't know, 16 months or so. While we head over to Main Street, I'm curious to see at 1 o'clock how the crowds are in Disneyland. When we came, I believe it was May 16th or May 17th, one of those two. After 1, Disneyland got extremely crowded because everyone park hops from DCA over to Disneyland. But now with Adventures Campus, we noticed last week, a lot of people leaving Disneyland going to DCA and not as many coming from DCA over to Disneyland. I'll be curious how today looks. Because right now, you think it was a normal full capacity summer day. Really quickly, I just wanted to point out something that we've noticed the last few trips, and I think a lot of people don't know about, and that's the whole locker system here in Disneyland and DCA. There's no lockers available. Before you come in, it was a first come, first serve, but you were almost guaranteed to always be able to get a locker on Main Street for your belongings, whether backpack, food, souvenirs, whatever. They are 100% closed. We've seen some instances today. Somebody brought a whole leftover Buca de Beppo dinner that they brought, and you can tell that they wanted to use a locker because they were carrying around 2 bags full of food. So be warned, at least for currently. Now by the time this video comes out, it might be past the June 15th date. Today's the 13th, so it might be past that. It might be different. Lockers might be open. Who knows?
Lockers do tend to close randomly.
Well, right. Lockers do tend to close at times randomly, but right now there's no lockers, and I don't see that changing even after the 15th, just because of how tight everything is in there. You know, it's a very, very tight space, but who knows? So like I said, this whole section might be moot by the time this video comes out, but it's something to keep in mind. If you have any questions, go into the Disneyland app, go to the help section, and you can chat to a cast member. You can ask a question, and they're usually pretty good at getting back to you. And if you were in the park, they'll ask you, are you in the park or are you at home? If you're at the park, they try harder, they try even harder to get you your answer or help you out as soon as possible. So it's something to keep in mind. If you know you're gonna need lockers, feel free, Disneyland app, ask for help, and they'll help answer all of your questions. So Main Street USA has kind of emptied out a little bit. It was a lot more crowded when we first sat down to get some ice cream. So let's head into the Emporium, some of the shops, see if there's anything new. If not, just to get a little bit of an AC break. They kind of look around. Haven't looked around for a while. We've always gone in and just looked for the new items. I don't know. I have my Disney Rewards card that has like $76 on it. I haven't touched it. Maybe I can get lucky and find something I could actually use. So we'll start off with some pins. Gotta always go for some pins. I really like this one. I think I need this pen since I'm gonna be a dad soon. Check out this little drawstring bag. Got good size. Huh. Does she have a price?
Ready to keep cruising for now, Betty?
Come on.
Betty, there's some other mini backpacks over there.
25.
This?
That's actually not bad.
It's a nightlight.
Drawstring, 25 bucks. Not too shabby. So Ashley's telling me this is the new trend, I guess you could say. It is a mint color. You have a bucket hat here. Just come down, you have the Spirit jersey. All in a mint. I don't know if it's coming through on camera. A mask. You have the little backpacks. Then you have the bigger ones down below. And then the mint ears. Luckily Ashley doesn't want one of these. But she is thinking about a bucket hat. How much is the bucket hat? Let's see. Huh. Ooh. $35 for the bucket. I think Ashley could rock it though. This is just too cute not to document. It's a swimmer onesie. That's so adorable. This is so bad. I'm not even a full dad yet. And kid clothes, I find adorable. Okay, off to the other store. Gotta see what else we might find. It's a bib that catches what you drop. I think adults need one of these. The reason why I say adults need one, because you've got to catch those Disneyland crumbs. Those are expensive crumbs. So we're off into Tomorrowland. We haven't seen much of Tomorrowland on any of the trips that we've come because we can't ride Space. Buzz Lightyear isn't open. Ashley can't ride Star Tours. There's not a lot for us to do inside of Space, or inside of Tomorrowland. We're gonna go in and check things out, get some footage of that, maybe if the line isn't too long. We're at Autopia. It is lunchtime. Lines are getting a little shorter. It's getting hot. People are going to their hotels, seeking shade, seeking shelter. But let's go through, see how busy it is. Because one thing I do remember is when we came through before, a few trips ago, there's not nearly as many people inside of Tomorrowland as opposed to 2 years ago, how crowded Tomorrowland always was. It's quite different now.